25 ஆண்டுகளுக்கான திட்டமாக இந்த பட்ஜெட் ஆனது அமைந்தது. நம்முடைய நிதியமைச்சர் அவர்கள் அந்த அடுத்த 25 ஆண்டுகளுக்கான ஒரு முன்னோக்கி ஒரு விசன், லாங் விசனுக்கான இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டை நாம் முன்னெடுத்து சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். இந்த 9 ஆண்டுகள் மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு வளர்ச்சி பெற்ற சேவை, குட் கவர்னன்ஸ், ஏழை மக்களினுடைய நலன் நோக்கி இந்த அரசாங்கம் சிறப்பாக செயல்பட்டுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. நன்றி, வணக்கம். இப்பொழுதைக்கு நம்மளுடைய தேசிய சொல்லுவீங்களா? அதுக்கு பிறகு அதை இன்ட்ராக்ஷன் வச்சுக்கலாம்.
அடுத்ததாக பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியினுடைய தேசிய செயலாளர் சத்யகுமார் அவர்கள் புதுச்சேரி மாநிலத்துக்கு பத்திரிகையாளர் சந்திப்புக்கு வருகிறார். அவர் இப்போ 9 ஆண்டுகள் குறித்து
Honorable Union Minister, Sri respected Muruganji, Bharatiya Janata Party Pondicherry State Union President, respected Swaminathanji, Honorable Ministers, Namaswayamji, Sarwan Kumarji, and all respected Honorable MP, MLAs and media friends. I seek apology for making you wait for long. And as Honorable Minister elaborated, the 30th May marks the completion of 9 years of Narendra Modi's stint as Prime Minister. These 9 years have been dedicated to bring about a comprehensive development which includes inclusiveness, progressive and sustainability. Since assumption of office in 2014, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, remained very firm in keeping India first, be it bringing in economic policies, robust economic policy, or nation first foreign policy, or taking historical measures or initiatives for the empowerment of marginalized sectors, women, farmer, and creating employment for the youth of this country. So, Honorable Minister has elaborated, has taken up all the issues extensively, but I want you all to go back to the past. Under what circumstances Narendra Modi ji became Prime Minister of this country in 2014? When he took reins of this country, the country was undergoing a policy paralysis. There was an utter chaos. There was revenue deficit, there was fiscal deficit, there was current account deficit, there was trade deficit, there was trust deficit. There is utter chaos in the country. But within a span of just 9 years, the inflation was the highest, almost at 12%, and the growth rate was lowest at 4.6%. But having inherited an otherwise bankrupt economy, within a span of just 7-8 years, Narendra Modi ji, with his astounding leadership qualities, robust economic policies, great human values, and nation-first conviction, could transform the otherwise bankrupt economy into one of the largest economies of the world. Now we stand at 5th place with a $3.5 trillion economy. That this is very pertinent to note that in the backdrop of global challenges like Corona, where the all the major economies have taken a very bad hit, but India is maintaining a sustainable growth somewhere between 6 to 7%. And also, when there was a global conflict between the two nations, Russia and Ukraine, when the supply chain is adversely affecting, India is remained robust. While the all other major economies are badly hit by the recession, UK 75%, US 70%, all major economies, you name any economy, country, nation, is badly hit. But India remained that nothing to do with the recession, it is a 0% recession, it is because of the leadership qualities of Narendra Modi ji and the initiative he has taken in the last 9 years. There is a presentation in every field, how India is being transformed, how the basic needs of the people are being fulfilled. There is a presentation by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Because the book is also being distributed to you all, you can go through that book. It's a 156-page book, so I don't want to give a elaborate presentation, but I will try to give it briefly. Friends, as you know, Modi ji, can just pass. Next. Yeah. The first focus of Narendra Modi's government was on empowering the marginalized sections, elevating the poverty. The many initiatives has taken. The one among the first is the construction of Pakka houses, affordable houses for the poor. 3.5 crore houses have been built under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana in urban areas and also in rural areas. That is one of the major initiatives taken in favor of the poor or marginal sections of the country. Many such decisions like covering 40% of the poor under Ayushman Bharat, where you get 5 lakh financial assistance up to 5 lakh rupees. 40% of the total population of India is covered under that program. And another program, Minister was also saying that almost 12 crore toilets have been constructed in the past 9 years, which was ignored in 65 years of misgovernance of previous regimes. Next. LPG, this is another success story. 9.6 crore LPG connections are being given to the poor families, women particularly. Next. When the entire world was hit by Corona, there was little impact on India. For various reasons, the main reasons was infusing almost 28 lakh crores rupees into the market under Atmanirbhar package, and the second one is Garib Kalyan Yojana, taking care of poor by distributing free ration every month to the 80 crore people of this country. Next. The one sanitary pads is next. Jan Aushadhi Kendras, 9,300 plus Jan Aushadhi Kendras have been where you get the generic medicine at the cost of for the less cost of almost 70 to 80% lesser than what you get in a allopathic hospital shops. Farming, and when I talk about marginal sections, almost 30 crore poor in this country have been covered under Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. 30 crore people, and 15 plus crore people are covered under Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. More than 5 lakh people are covered under Atal Pension Yojana. Then 45 lakh people are being given Shramdan Mandan Pension Yojana. Next. Then agriculture and allied activities have always been a key element in India's socio-cultural life and economy, because it's considered to be a backbone of India. That's why the many initiatives for agriculture sector are being taken. The one among them is giving 6,000 rupees to 11.7 crore farmers in the country. So far, 2.85 lakh crores have been directly transferred into the accounts of the farmers through direct benefit transfer. And another is giving 24 crore soil health cards and 1 lakh agriculture agri infrastructure fund. If making a separate provision for agri infrastructure for construction of cold storages or godowns, similar thing, 1 lakh crore never happened in the history of the India. Then apart from then, every year the budgetary allocation for agriculture sector year on year it is being increased. It was 2013-14 financial year, it was only 21,000 crores. This fiscal, it is 1,25,000 crores, which means 5.7 times in the last 4 years, in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, the budget allocation for agriculture has gone up by 5.7 times. And more importantly, the subsidy on fertilizers, the subsidy DAP, phosphate, are being distributed uninterruptedly to the farmers with a subsidy. Last fiscal it was whopping 2.25 lakh subsidy has been given on fertilizers. This year it is 1.10 lakh crores, 1,10,000 crores. So that is the trust that is being given on agriculture sector in the country. Then Modi ji has taken many historical decisions like providing reservation to the economic weaker sections, 10% reservations, or abrogating Article 370, or triple talaq, or many such historical decisions, which includes. No, you have gone beyond. Anyway, leave that. Then many initiatives like for women also. For example, Nari Shakti, 3.5 crore Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana is being benefited, women are being benefited through this scheme. And Matruvandana, almost 42 lakh, 3.28 crore, the pregnant women are getting benefit out of Matruvandana. And when I speak about Mudra Yojana, the 69% of the Mudra beneficiaries are women, and 80% of the stand-up beneficiaries are women again. So the women is being kept at the forefront. The 62% of the allocations of houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana are again women. That is the trust being given for empowerment of women, and more particularly youth, keeping the demography of India, where 65% of the population is below the age of 35%. Modi ji has come up with many initiatives like Stand Up India, Startup India, Make in India, Digital India, Skill India. Under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, 1.57 crore people have been trained and they are accommodated somewhere or the other. And the biggest success story of India is Honorable Minister was mentioning Startup India, where you have more than 100 unicorns and nearly 1 lakh startup, with valuation of which all put together comes to $370 billion. The valuation of total startups of India is $370 billion. There are 2 lakh stand-up accounts in India, where you get 25 lakhs loan with a subsidy of 35%. You avail loan, 25 lakh loan, and you straight away you get subsidy of 8.75 lakhs. So you will have to repay only 16.25 lakhs. And another story is Mudra Yojana. There are 39.8 crore, almost 40 crore Mudra Yojana accounts where you get loan up to 40,000. These are all intended to create employment generation. Apart from Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Kaushal Vikas Yojana and other schemes, many such incentives and initiatives are also taken. Then when I come to see, and Minister was saying how the foreign policy is. What is Vande Bharat Mission, what Mission Kaveri was, how the students were brought back, how our rogue nation, which is abetting and aiding terrorism, neighbor countries, are being taught a lesson and isolated on the international arena. That is one thing. But any political party, they keep giving promises. Any government, they would initiate schemes. But what is required is a political will. The political will to fulfill the promises that were made during elections, the political will to complete, to implement those schemes successfully when you are in the government. That is how the government is known for speed and scale. If you come to aims, they are showing aims. See, in 67 years, only 7. That was only one aims was there in Delhi during Congress government. The another aims was sanctioned in Raebareli during again UPA government, during UPA Raebareli, that was in 2012. Only 2 aims during Congress. 6 aims during Vajpayee's government. Now in just 9 years, voting 15 new aims. My home state has aims which was built just in 16 months, and Tamil Nadu, the neighboring state Tamil Nadu has aims in Madurai. Almost every state has a institute aims now. See the speed and scale. The medical colleges, there were only 641 medical colleges. Now 700 medical colleges have been built. There were only 80,000 medical seats. Now that number has gone almost double to 1.55 lakh medical seats. That is the speed and scale which the schemes or projects are being implemented under the Narendra Modi's leadership. And there are 16 IITs, 7, just in 7 years, 7 have been added. There were 13 Indian Institute of Management, 7 been added. 390 new universities has come up in just 9 years. You can imagine, 390 universities in just 9 years. That is the focus that is being given for education also. The new education policy that has been brought up, that will do away the slave mentality that we had in the past 70 years. I am telling you, the new education policy will create educational knowledge producers rather than knowledge practitioners. When there was agricultural revolution, India produced peasants. When there was industrial revolution, India produced laborers. When there was a digital revolution, India produced cyber coolies. But the new education policy, I am pretty confident, and you will all see in future also, will create a intellect with who will be knowledge producers rather than knowledge practitioners. That is the impact the new India education policy will have on the youth in the days to come. And when I was talking about the speed and scale, see the infrastructure, the focus on creating infrastructure. 91,000 kilometers to national highways, now it is 1,55,000, and it just in 1,45,000 kilometers. Just in 9 years, 55,000 kilometers of national highways have been added. Every year, year on year, the budget is being increased for railways also. This year it is 2,46,000 only for railways. And out of 85,000 kilometers of electrification, 67,000 kilometers of electrification is done in just 9 years. You can and rural roads more particularly, providing a pakka road to all-weather road to villages. Of these 7 lakh kilometers of rural roads that was constructed under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, in just 9 years, 3.28 lakh kilometers of roads have been built under Narendra Modi's leadership. That is the speed and scale again. And they providing tappable water, potable water through tap, which is announced in 2019, Jal Jeevan Mission. In the 60s, 2019 it is 4 years. So, 71 years, only 3.2 lakh, 2 crore, 3 crore 20,000 households were given potable drinking water through taps. But in just span of 4 years, the number is 12 crore 10 lakh households. Money in just 4 years, almost 9 crore households have been added under Jal Jeevan mission of providing drinking water. That is the speed and scale. Just giving a promise and fulfilling it, what requires and there are many such historical decisions. There is a book, and you can see what is being done under PM Gati Shakti and how it is changing the landscape of India and how it is creating jobs for the almost 75 crore youth in the country. Next. No, this is the speed and scale. When I talk again, broadband connectivity. Connectivity, before 2014, only 59 gram panchayats were connected with the broadband connection. Only 59 gram panchayats. In the past 9 years, under BharatNet, 1,93,000 gram panchayats are connected now. 59 to 1,93,000. And you can imagine, when the Saubhagya Yojana was brought in 2017, there were 2 crore 86 lakh, sorry, I am confusing with the number, 2 crore 86 lakh households which were living in the dark. There was no electricity connection under Saubhagya Yojana, which was announced in 2007. All the 2 crore 86 lakh households have been now electrified. That is also speed and scale which the government is economy, you know, the economy is $3.5 trillion, it was only $1.10 trillion economy. It's an addition of $2.4 trillion in 9 years.